Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to look at Patrick Mahomes' Wikipedia page, the most trustworthy site of the entire internet. So I'm super excited about this. As you know, Patrick Mahomes led the Kansas City Chiefs to a Super Bowl win just last week, literally 7 days from the day that I'm filming this. So let's get into the Wikipedia page. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes. Oh, I've already looked this up just for you guys. This is the first episode, so I've already clicked on this. Here we go. Wikipedia. We're super excited about this. All right, so we're not going to look at this first. We're going to go all the way down to the early years of Patrick Mahomes because we want to start where it all began. Mahomes was born in Tyler, Texas. Any Tyler, Texas people out there? He was born in Tyler, Texas to parents Pat Mahomes, who was an MLB pitcher. He was a Major League Baseball pitcher, and Randy Mahomes. On September 17th, 1995, Patrick Mahomes is actually 6 months and 6 days younger than me. So suck on that, Patrick. I'm older than you. Mahomes attended White House High School in White House, Texas. He played football, baseball, and basketball. So this dude was a super athlete. That's, what we needed to know. In football, in high school, let's just read this together. In high school, he had 4,619 passing yards with 50 passing. Wow, that just highlighted everything. 50 passing touchdowns. That's ridiculous. 50 passing touchdowns, 4,619 passing yards, 948 rushing yards with 15 rushing touchdowns as a senior. That was his senior year. That's ridiculous. Dude's a freak of nature in senior of high school. He threw a no-hitter in baseball with 16 strikeouts in a game his senior year. He was named the Max Preps Male Athlete of the Year for 2013-2014. So I had already graduated high school, so that's why I wasn't named that. But yeah, good to know. Mahomes was rated Rivals.com as a 3-star football recruit and was ranked as the 12th best dual-threat quarterback in his class, which means rushing quarterback plus a passing quarterback. He committed to Texas Tech University. So Tyler, Texas. He went to Texas Tech University. Mahomes was also a top prospect for the 2014 Major League Baseball draft. You heard that right. He was a top prospect for the Major League Baseball draft, but was not expected to be selected high due to his commitment to Texas Tech. He was selected by the Detroit Tigers in the 37th round, but did not sign. So dude could have played Major League Baseball as well. So let's talk about freshman year at Texas Tech. Mahomes entered his freshman season as the backup to Davis Webb, who, if you read here, is an American football quarterback for the Buffalo Bills of the NFL. So he played college football at Texas Tech, and Mahomes was behind him his freshman year. Mahomes saw his first career action against Oklahoma State after Webb left the game with an injury, completing 2 of 5 passes for 20 yards with 1 touchdown and an interception. After Webb was again injured, Mahomes started his first career game against Texas. So this was his first career start. He completed 13 of 21 passes for 109 yards in a game. Mahomes would remain the starter for the final 3 games after that. Against Baylor, he threw for a Big 12 freshman record 598 yards with 6 touchdowns and 1 interception in 1 game. For the season, he passed for 1,547 yards and 16 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. Mahomes split time with the Texas Tech baseball team where he was a relief pitcher. So for his freshman year, he played baseball and football at a D1 school, which is pretty Pretty impressive, if you ask me. Mahomes began his sophomore season at Texas Tech as the starter at quarterback. In the first game of the 2015 season, Mahomes passed for 425 yards with 4 touchdowns in a 59-45 win over Sam Houston State University. He followed that up with a 361-yard passing performance against UTEP, throwing for 4 touchdowns and rushing for 2 in Tech's 69-20 win over the Miners. Against TCU, Mahomes passed for 392 yards and 2 touchdowns in the 55-52 loss. Overall, in the 2015 season, he finished with 4,653 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. Pretty impressive season, if you ask me. He only appeared in 3 games as a baseball player, recording no hits and 2 at-bats, and as a pitcher, he allowed 3 runs. Prior to the start of the 2016 season, Mahomes announced that he was leaving the baseball team to focus on football for the entire offseason. On October 22nd, 2016, Mahomes set multiple NCAA, Big 12, and school records in a 66-59 loss to Oklahoma at home. Seems like it paid off that he quit the baseball team in 2016 to focus on football because he broke all these records against Oklahoma. Mahomes broke the NCAA FBS records for single game total offense with 819 yards. That's a whole lot of yards in one game. He also tied the NCAA record for single game passing yards with 734. That's ridiculous. I don't know that I've ever even run that many yards in my life. He fell 1 short of the record for most attempts at 88. Lord have mercy. Overall, the game set NCAA records for most combined yards of total offense with 1,708 combined passing yards and total offense by 2 players, the other being Oklahoma quarterback Baker Mayfield, who is the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. The 125 combined points are the second most all-time involving ranked teams. That's pretty impressive, if you ask me. Mahomes finished the season leading the country in yards per game, 421 yards per game as an average, passing yards over 5,000 passing yards, and total offense he had over 5,000 yards in total offense. Points responsible for 318, and total touchdowns he had 53 on the season. For his performance, he was awarded the Sammy Bugg Trophy, given an annual. Mahomes announced on January 3rd, 2017 that he would forego his last year of college eligibility and enter the NFL draft. And so begins his professional career. But let's take a look real quick because Wikipedia is the best. And we're going to take a look at NCAA records and just what he did in his time in college. Records that he held is single game yards passing, 734. Single game yards total offense, 819. That's pretty impressive. Over the course of his college career, in the first season, he played 7 games, completed 105 passes, and had 1,547 yards of total offense, 16 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. In his second year, he played 13 games, had 364 completions for 4,653 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 15 interceptions. And in his 26th season, he played 12 games, had 388 completions for 5,052 yards of passing, had 41 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. And so begins the NFL draft of Patrick Mahomes. Coming out of Texas Tech, Mahomes was projected as a first or second round pick by the majority of analysts analysts and scouts. During the throwing drills at the NFL Scouting Combine, Mahomes' passes were clocked at 60 miles per hour, tying Logan Thomas and Brian Bennett for the fastest pass ever recorded at the NFL Combine. Mahomes was ranked the second best quarterback by SportsIllustrated.com, the third best by ESPN, and the fourth best by NFLDraftScout.com. I bet, they feel really bad now that he just won a Super Bowl. After an impressive showing at the NFL Combine, representatives from 28 NFL teams were on hand to attend his pro day at Texas Tech. He became one of the fastest rising prospects during the draft process and had 18 private workouts. So 28 teams, 18 of them invited him to a private workout and visits for team, which was the most for any prospect in 2017. So let's look at some of his stats. 1, he is 6 feet 2 1/8 tall. You know who else is that tall? Me. He weighs 225 pounds. You know who else weighs 225 pounds? Not me. I weigh 185 pounds. Arm length, hand size, we don't care about that. 40-yard dash, though. He ran a 4.8 40-yard dash. You know who else ran a 4.8 40-yard dash? Me, back in high school. I'm practically Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to the Super Bowl next year. I'm super excited about it. No, that takes way too much skill. He's thrown over 5,000 yards in a lot of games. So, 4.8 40-yard dash, ran a 1.65 10-yard sprint, 20 yards, obviously 2.8. Then he had, in his 20-yard shuttle, the short shuttle, test performed by American football athletes at the NFL Combine. It is primarily run to evaluate the quickness and change of direction ability of players by scouts. And he ran a 4.08. He had a 30-inch vertical. That's pretty impressive. Broad jump. This is where it gets even just more impressive to me. He had a 9'6" broad jump. That's pretty far. Feels bad. I'm editing this video right now, and the audio messed up at the end of the video, and so I didn't get to properly do an outro with the audio. So this is my outro. I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed this Wikipedia, this new type of video. If you did, I would love for you to drop a like on the video. If you want me to continue and do his NFL Wikipedia, I can do that. Just go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me what you guys want to see down below. Love you guys. Peace. Later.